Ethan Klein lied again and said, myself, Arabs and our guest did a tier list where good equals Arab, Jew equals bad, which isn't what happened. Our tier list was who has a Habibi pass, which is a meme tier list we did with a variety of creators. Here's the clip with the context.
All right.
But we are going to tier list them, and we're going to need your help to discuss and figure out who can say Habibi and who can't.
And also, we have tiers. We have Arab coded. They ask permission to say Habibi. You know, like you got like a white guy who's like, can I say it? Is it a slur?
Is it okay?
Am I allowed to?
You know what I'm saying? And then you have thinks it's a slur, where it's like a white person that really they're like, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm so sorry. And then love Sabra, which is they're not Arab coded at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sabra hummus, which is literally the shittiest hummus you can get and has been on BDS lists regardless for many, many years. Yeah, it's trash hummus. It implies that you're white, as in you don't eat good hummus. That's the whole point. Dude, what the fuck? What are we doing? What is this? What the fuck is going on? This is a meme because Casey Tron joked that when she first heard Habibi, she thought it was a slur she couldn't say, and they are continuing the meme. It was to make fun of that. This is just a huge lie from Destiny's community. What is happening? I like that basically the level of like hyper targeting someone such as myself has now moved on to like every other content creator that is Muslim or Muslim adjacent to imply that they are always being anti-Semitic, despite the fact that, you know, there is a Jewish co-host on the pod. No, apparently it means a Jew born in Israel, and it's an extremely anti-Semitic tier list. So like when they say Jew born in Israel, they're saying like whoever they chose to be in the loves Sabra, they mean like they are a Jew born in Israel. That's an insane thing. I didn't even fucking know that that's what that means. And I feel like Sabra also means Jewish person born in Israel. So it's people looking anti-Semitism when it's clearly about the hummus. Yeah, but that also doesn't like, grammatically, it doesn't make sense. Loves Jew born in Israel. Is that what you think that they were saying? So like Michael from Pennsylvania, Sneeko, Asmongold, Jinxie, Denims. I don't know who this guy is. They're all like, what? How does this make any sense whatsoever? This is what Capri said. We actually put Love Sabra on the list because I wanted to remind the panel the time my father's people massacred my mother's people in Sabra and Shatilla. It has nothing to do with ass store-bought hummus and has everything to do with a deeper meaning. Yeah, this is obviously sarcastic. Like he's saying his father's people massacred his mother's people in Sabra and Shatilla. This is, oh my God. Oh my God. They want to force you and your friends out of the platform. Why are you giving this so much attention? Jesus Christ. Yeah, he replied to the explanation and called him Candace Owens for being Jewish and on this podcast. That's fucking gross, man. That is gross. That is also literally anti-Semitic. To be like, oh, you're tokenizing yourself as though Jews and non-Jews are like diametrically opposed to one another's existence is an insane fucking, like that is insanely anti-Semitic. I feel like I'm losing my mind. For Raf had comments calling him a capo. That is kind of weird to be sarcastic in that circumstance. Are you that fucking stupid that you don't understand? His father is a Christian Lebanese man. He's saying very clearly, obviously it's not about Sabra and Shatilla. This is, what do you mean? It's very weird to be sarcastic about this. This is not a serious thing at all. What are you talking about? I thought that we had moved past this point with like Jonathan Glazer and his statement after receiving an Oscar for Zone of Interest, and then like Hollywood letter writing campaigns occur where they were like, you're fucking anti-Semitic, you fucking piece of shit. How dare you equate the Holocaust and the indifference that like average Israeli society has over Gaza to Germans participating in the Holocaust. Like, how fucking dare you say that? Which is what they said to, again, the son of, Holocaust survivors. This is actually nutty. I don't know how to begin to explain how silly this is. Like, this is clearly sarcasm. And the reason why Capri Sun Poppy is clearly being sarcastic in this circumstance is because it is a false interpretation of a very common joke. which is that Sabra hummus sucks. It's the easiest thing to boycott on the BDS list because it also is dog shit. It's just bad. It tastes awful. Here's a thing that a lot of people do that is very frustrating. When you have dialed in on someone you have declared an ideological opponent, liberals do this, leftists do this, and Republicans do this professionally, reactionaries do this professionally. When you have declared someone an ideological opponent of yourself, there is no room for sarcasm, jokes, humor whatsoever. Every single thing that a person brings up, whether it is in a humorous fashion, will be treated with the utmost severity and utmost sincerity. You said this specifically because of whatever, I will not listen to whatever reason you give me, and I will make up my own mind about the reasoning. And that even if you explain it or sarcastically say, of course it's not the reason why we named it Love Sabra, this is the reason why we named it Sabra, loves Sabra specifically, okay? It'll be like, nah, he's not even being sarcastic. He's being for real, actually. This is not sarcastic. This is a real statement. The statement itself does not even make sense if you treat it seriously, okay? The statement right here does not make fucking sense. What is this? Ethan, self-proclaimed comedian, forgot what sarcasm and jokes were. The suspects can't get their story straight. Oh my lord, dude. We actually put Love Sabra on the list because I wanted to remind the panel of the time my father's people massacred my mother's people in Sabra and Shatilla. Caprice on Poppy's father is a Lebanese Christian. Caprice on Poppy's mother is a Muslim Palestinian. If you know anything about the Sabra and Shatilla massacres, it was the Phalangist, ultra-right Christian militias that slaughtered the Palestinian and the Palestinian refugees living in Sabra and Shatilla, alongside many other Lebanese civilians in general. Okay? Here's what H3 had to say about Roth making the tier list. Such an obvious reaction. Candace Owens is racist, Blair White is transphobic, and you can add yourself to the list. You can't use this as an excuse to say whatever you want about Jewish people. That doesn't work for other races, and y'all seem to understand that. But when talking about Jewish people, you suddenly unlearn everything you know about microaggressions, inclusion, and political correctness. These fucks are so anti-Semitic. I'm the one who made the list on who can say Habibi, and they try to spin this as Frogan ranking people from Arab to Jew. Keep Jews out of your fucking mouth. They're so fucking racist, they don't realize I'm Jewish. Weaponizing anti-Semitism like this is anti-Semitic. Wait, like saying that Roth is automatically a Candace Owens style individual and is like deeply anti-Semitic for making a fucking joke tier list that is not, it does not read as like a serious, like I'm sorry, I can't lose sleep over this no matter how hard people try to prime it. Like this doesn't even read anywhere near as like problematic as the way that people are trying to present it. Unless you are so primed into an assumption that like every single person that's Arab is automatically anti-Semitic. What the fuck? Of course, the degrading Islamophobic communities are just going to lie about everything and try to push it hard. If it's for Diazman, your ex-podcast buddy communities. Yeah, it wasn't an Arab the Jew tier list at all. It's more so who is Arab coded versus who is further from Arab coded. This is frustrating, man. And it's kind of sad because like there's not really anything you can say against it, because I know the broader reception to this kind of stuff is from an audience that is already going to be tuned into being Islamophobic, is going to specifically be, oh yeah, like that tracks. Arabs do have that anti-Semitic gene in them. Muslims do have that anti-Semitic gene in them. So this kind of like nefarious, dare I say, cynical framing of something that is totally permissible, totally appropriate, is being used to make it seem like it's something that it's not. And I've seen it so many times throughout my career with Ilhan Omar. There's also what was her name? One of the leaders of the Women's March, Linda Sarsour. Like anytime there is a prominent Muslim activist or any sort of like prominent Muslim person gets even a little bit of spotlight and they are anti-Israel for understandable reasons, they get bullied out of the public spotlight. Happens all the goddamn time. It sucks. It sucks that you can't explain how much that tier list is horseshit. Wait, what do you mean? That list is horseshit? Why? Why is this list horseshit?
This guy was the Jewish member of the podcast who made the tier list. This guy also received a lot of hateful messages, especially from Destiny's community, calling him a token Jew and other anti-Semitic things like that. These are some of the hateful messages that he received. I also don't understand how these people believe that instead of this tier list being a joke about how people who do not understand or are familiar with Arab culture, the people who have not eaten good quality hummus, like Sabra hummus, these people believe that a Jewish guy made a tier list going from Arab to Jew. Sabra did not refer to hummus, but it referred to Jewish people. There is no point of doing this and they gain nothing from doing this at a Twitch event. This was just a silly joke. Normally people use dog whistles to showcase their support for a particular cause without causing any drama or controversy. I don't think anybody at that Twitch event thought that Sabra referred to Jews instead of hummus.
And this is the other side of the equation where it's like any fucking time stuff like this happens, of course, there is a flood of Islamophobic. Every time something like this happens, there's a flood of Islamophobia. Like, what the fuck? You're a scumbag yourself. You're disgusting. Fat go fuck. Stupid Arab hippo. Die a horrible you rat. Hey, you okay with pay pigs? That's kind of funny. The fuck? Keep yapping and karma gonna come around to your lard ass. What about the soldiers of God? I'm going to you blood. Rotten hell, you Muslim piece of shit. You're about to lose your job, lol. This is ridiculous, man. It's just, what do you do? As someone who is in the public spotlight, especially as someone who speaks out on a lot of issues, including but not limited to anti-Semitism rising in the United States of America, you invite a lot of fucking people hyper-focusing on everything and anything you say, and especially if you're like, especially if you're like a visibly Muslim person like Frogan is, it's automatic. Being a hijabi is like an automatic fucking, you're going to get shit on. You're going to get Islamophobic. You're inviting Islamophobic attacks into your life. That's it. Will E take responsibility for his community harassing Frogan? I don't think it's actually them. Yeah, I don't think it's... The other side of the story is that like I think Ethan's own community is more upset with Ethan. It's actually people that are tacking on to Ethan's community. This is what they were reacting to. White American Hamas supporter.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers.
Wait, white American Hamas supporter streams their reaction to the death of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. I know that this is not from, this is literally not, this right here is from before Yahya Sinwar was killed, for the record. Yeah, that right there is from before Yahya Sinwar was killed. They just use anything and everything to their fucking, they will always pry, they will remove context from anything and everything. Yeah, I saw this one. This wasn't even my reaction to anything. Lamaldi's stream was last night and he died today. It is just unrestricted, relentless, unlimited faucet of Islamophobia. What is this? By the way, this is why I tell Lena not to post about the conflict when she does. These are the type of horrific comments she gets. May Allah cause Lena to miscarriage and die during birth for his Zionist support. Allah will never forgive you. Let's just be super clear. These are Hasan fans. You have to be on crack if you think that. Well, you probably are on crack. It's absolutely disgusting. Lena's an incredible person and Allah will bless her with a beautiful, healthy baby. Don't pay these subhumans any attention. I appreciate you standing up for Lena, but I don't believe this is a Hasan fan at all. This seems like someone pretending to be Muslim to either make Muslims look bad or Hasan. Be careful. Don't defend Hasan. You might have another mouth. Okay. That's like, this is fucking insane, dude. Let's just be super clear. These are Hasan fans. Yeah, totally. I would never allow anything like that. That's insane. Yeah, I think most of this commentary is basically just to, move the attention away from people who are just bored of defending Israel or bored of shitting on Israel or even hearing about anything that's going on in Gaza. This is like a very exciting new way to focus on the subject matter and tackle it in a more palatable approach within the framework of content creators and their own personal feelings. I think it's ridiculous. While we're on this disgusting topic, notice how you had to add Jews born in Israel to make it racist because like shitty hummus isn't racist. And maybe if you were less of an insane Zionist crashing out over a fun tier list, I did not invite you over to try some real hummus. Let's flip it upside down, shall we? Love Sabra, Jews born in Israel. They'll move on to other stuff. Like people that want to fucking spark drama will move on to other stuff. Listen, take it from a person who eats this shit every fucking damn day of the week. This is Kiwi Farms behavior. It's just like 4chan shit repackaged repackaged ironically from a community that often makes insanely anti-Semitic statements on a regular basis as jokes. A community that has no problem having like out and about white supremacists, including Holocaust deniers, on their broadcast, and then turn around and now cynically act like they give a shit about anti-Semitism in an effort to weaponize, like, in an effort to dilute what anti-Semitism even fucking means in this circumstance by factoring all of this shit that's not anti-Semitic at all into the equation. And it's weird. It's very weird, and it's very distracting. If anyone thinks that I am a anti-Semitic person, clarify you mean the Destiny community so they don't clip you and send it to H3? Yeah, of course I'm not talking about Ethan I'm not saying Ethan is making anti-Semitic memes or having Holocaust deniers on his broadcast. Well, I guess he did. Technically, he did have Myron on, and he did actually fucking rip into him for denying the fucking Holocaust. Anyway, I think that the recent unbannings that have happened in terms of like Sneeko and Fresh and Fit are completely fucking unacceptable. Like, it's ridiculous. These people have, with regular frequency, said horrifying shit. Okay? Things that are very clear-cut terms of service violations. They have incredibly, incredibly toxic fan bases. Sneeko directly has denied the Holocaust. And also on top of this, so is Myron from Fresh and Fit. And they also on top of that have said a fuck ton. Like you, yes, dude. Like me. Be for real, dude. Be for fucking real. Like, really? You think I'm a Holocaust denier? You think I'm an anti-Semite? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you insane? That's wild, dude. The only thing I've ever denied is the 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour, which even then, I only deny that to those who have subscribed. For $6 or for free, at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. Like, packaging fucking psychotic, rabid anti-Semitic streamers with like things that you're trying to massage. It's ironic because it says Love Sabra down here and the Chevron logo is right above it too. But packaging like real virulent anti-Semites with like random Arab and Muslim streamers that are anti-Israel is so fucking silly. It's ridiculous. And while we're having this conversation, Israel is doing a genocide that it has escalated in North Gaza. That's it. And I think that this is like either inadvertently or deliberately by certain groups. I'm not even saying this is, I think Ethan is in a different mentality at this point. But beyond Ethan, I think that this is deliberately and cynically being used by Destiny's community to cultivate this attitude by pointing to some very real instances of anti-Semites being unbanned and then packaging that all up under the guise of like all criticism of Israel is actually technically inherently anti-Semitic. It's very cynical. Yeah. I suspect he thinks you're a terrorist. No, I don't think... That's the other side of this. I don't think any of these people legitimately think I'm a terrorist. I don't. I think that there are acting like they do so that they can scare other people who are not knowledgeable on the issue at all. Like, come on, dude. You have to be a real fucking dumbass. They all just literally want you to have bad PR. That's all. I know. They don't just say it to get likes and views. No, the real reason is because, like, I don't have advertisers. I don't have sponsors. I deliberately choose not to work with them when they approach me, and many do with regular frequency. So they're just trying to deplatform me by any means necessary, which is really silly because, like, once again, this kind of stuff is exactly the type of shit that they rail against in this community normally, right? Like, that community usually is like very, that community is supposed to be like pro free speech, I thought. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Not that it matters. Because the avenues in which they're trying to target me are also correct. Like, I don't think anti-Semites should have any fucking space on this platform. I would never argue for that. I think it's fucking ridiculous. As a matter of fact, I've argued against that, specifically with Sneeko. Anyway, don't give any more attention to any kind of like mass targeting and like mass campaigning initiatives that these people, that you might have seen that these people are doing, because all you're doing is like giving it more breathing room. The way you know it's only a PR battle, they started harassing journalists that published articles on you. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. I don't know what to do about it. Like, I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. It's pretty crazy. Like, what do you do? What do you do when like a straight up cult, a straight up fucking cult has thousands of extremely online fans that spend every waking moment trying to make my life a living hell, trying to make people within my periphery and their lives a living hell, you know? Like, there's not really anything you can do. Anyway, let's continue with SNL Lib Watch.
In the podcast in which the tier list was used, one guest on the podcast, Denims, also referred to loves Sabra as Sabra Hummus, not Jews. And nobody on the podcast corrected her, confirming that Sabra refers to Hummus. Twitch is also under fire right now. On October 20, 2024, Twitch support issued a statement on X apologizing for blocking Israeli and Palestinian users from creating new accounts. The platform addressed concerns circulating online about whether Twitch was deliberately preventing account signups in certain regions. Twitch clarified that following the October 7th attacks, they had temporarily disabled signups in Israel and Palestine to prevent the upload of graphic content related to the events and to protect user safety. They noted, however, that signups were never fully disabled, as users could still create accounts through phone verification. The company acknowledged that email verification was never re-enabled in either region due to an oversight, calling it an unacceptable miss for which they deeply regret. Twitch confirmed in the same statement that the issue had been resolved, allowing affected users to sign up with email verification again. They also addressed concerns about the consistency of their community guidelines, stating, "We continue to enforce our rules as consistently as possible, actively reviewing content and taking enforcement actions where needed." The apology came just after political streamer Destiny alleged during his podcast that Twitch had blocked new account creations for users in Israel and Palestine. If you found this video informative, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and thanks for watching.